Take a deep breath. And I want you to imagine for a moment that you're laying in your bed at home late at night and you're alone with your own thoughts. You may or may not have your partner sort of sleeping and snoring softly or not so softly next to you. But you are alone because for the first time today, there's no phone in your hand, there's no iPad, there's no noise, there's no TV on, there's no stimulus, there's nothing. So just close your eyes and imagine you're laying there. And I want you to feel into what is the area of deepest discontent in your life. What is that one thing that when you're alone with your own thoughts and nothing's distracting you from the truth of that thing that you're carrying around? So maybe it's a relationship issue. Maybe there's something going on with someone. Maybe you've been out of integrity and done the wrong thing and you're just carrying this guilt around it. Maybe it's someone's done something poorly by you and you just got this knot in your stomach and this grief and loss about this friendship that you thought was deep and meaningful, and now this person's treated you this way and you just can't believe it. Maybe it's your spouse. Maybe things just aren't going right there and you just don't know how to solve it, and you're kind of pre-grieving something that you think might be the beginning of the end, and you just don't know what to do, and you're feeling lost and alone. And I want you to imagine that the tears are streaming down the side of your face to the point where it's wetting your hair and the pillow underneath your head. And you just feel this oppressive weight on your chest. And it's like, why me? Why does it have to be such a struggle? How come it's like this for me? Everyone else seems to have this life and I just can't get near it. Maybe it's a health issue. Maybe it's something that you just, you've been keeping to yourself and it's just sort of an intractable thing, and no matter what you do and no matter how hard you try to get the willpower to change it, it just doesn't seem to shift, or you can't bring yourself to make those lifestyle choices to improve it. Maybe it's financial. Maybe it's just struggle. It's just, wanting to give those loved ones that you care for the most, your children, yourself, some self-care, your partner, the opportunities in life that you've always wanted to give, yet it's just like barely being able to make ends meet, like getting the bare bills paid, and just getting to that is just complete nightmare every single month, and it kind of occupies every waking hour and keeps you from your sleeping hours too, because it's all that you can think of. And I want you to feel into the emotion that you feel about that. I want you to actually feel what it is that this area of deep discontent in your life makes you feel. Is it anxiety? Is it stress? Is it fear? Is it guilt? Is it, what is it? Is it just frustration? Is it just hopelessness? What is that thing that you're feeling when you go into that area in your life, that one thing that if you just wish could be changed, everything would just be so much better? And I want you to think into and feel into how it's affecting your loved ones, how it's affecting the people around you that you care most deeply for, how it's showing up in your life, how it's stealing from you being the best person you can be, how it's taking the opportunity from you to experience the life you want to live. And imagine you're just laying there, you're in the darkness, there's just no light, and you just got those tears streaming down your face, and it's like, oh my God. Is it ever going to change, or is this the best that I can ever hope for? And how the hell am I going to survive this for the rest of my life? Because I'm 20, I'm 30, I'm 40, and I've got 20, 30, 40, 50 years ahead of me, and is this the best that's coming my way? And it's okay when we get emotional about this, because this is a truth that exists for all of us. I've come across this because I've laid there and I've felt like this before, and I know you've done it too. But this is the power, this is the well of power that we're going to find within you that's going to be the source that's going to help you change all of these things and transmute it once and for all. So it's okay that it makes you emotional. It's okay that you're afraid of going there, and it's okay to not be feeling comfortable right now. Because when I was there and I was laying there and the tears were streaming down my face and my pillow was wet, I wasn't feeling comfortable either. So now that you're in that, I want you to look at your face. Imagine you're standing over yourself, looking down at yourself, laying on the bed, and look at your face and look at what it feels like and looks like. Look at the anguish, look at the the frustration. Look at the tears. Look at the redness. Look at all the blotchiness and all those things that we experience when we're in emotion. And now I want you to imagine that it has all been healed in an irrevocable way. Something has happened. You've done something. You've changed. You've grown. You've shifted. And it's now changed and healed, not for a day or a week or a month, but forever. And you know in your heart of hearts, you know in your whole body that this is never going to be revisited upon you again. You've grown through this and past this, and you know what you're going to accept in life and what you're going to create for yourself. And you know that you have the actual ability to do it, and you are doing it. And every single day you're living it, and life looks exactly like you wanted it to. Your perfect idea of heaven is what you achieve right now. And you know that you never have to go back. You're completely certain and sure of that. See yourself. Where are you right now? You're no longer laying on your bed with your head on the pillow crying. What does life look like? Where are you? Who's there? What's the weather like? What's the environment like? What's the home like? Where are your children? Where's your partner? Are you by yourself? Are you with a new partner? What is it? What does it look like? What's the ideal life look like to you that you've been too afraid to go after and believe that you deserved it and that you're worthy of it? Because make no mistake, the reason we don't go after it is because we don't think we deserve it. We don't think we're worthy. And we're deathly afraid that if we claim it and we don't get it, that we'll never recover emotionally. But you've healed it, and it's amazing. So what does it look like? Stand over yourself now and look at that. You're laying there in that beautiful bed, that you're the one you always wanted, and you just can't go to sleep because you want to pinch yourself about how awesome your life is and go, how the hell did I create this? I mean, I never thought I was this awesome. I never thought that I could have all of this. Why? Wow, I just feel so lucky. I'm just living in deep, deep, deep gratitude for everything I have in my life. Everything is just amazing. My relationships are awesome. My children are fantastic. My health is better than it's ever been. I've got more energy, more motivation, more inspiration that I know what to do with. So many amazing things have happened to me, and every single day magic walks into my life. And I can't even get to sleep because I'm so damn excited about it. Look at your face. What does it look like? And I want you to choose the emotion that you feel right now. Is it peace? Is it calm? Is it gratitude? Is it ecstasy? Is it joy? Unbounded joy? What is it? What is it you're feeling now that you've solved this challenge and you know it's never coming back and you're living the way you always wanted to, the way you were born to live, the way every single one of us was, and somehow we forgot what we were worth? What does it look like? And when you're ready, so stay where you are, stay with your eyes closed, but when you're ready, whether it's a minute or 5 minutes from now, it's okay, don't rush it. When you've got it in your mind exactly what it is, I want you to take a pen and write down on a piece of paper, I am so, and whatever that emotion was, in gratitude, in ecstasy, joyful, peaceful. I am so, whatever the emotion is, now that my life, and whatever it looks like. But not the negative side of it. Not so grateful that my life is now not what it used to be. I'm so grateful that it now is what it is, that it's amazing, that it's perfect, and that it's healed and it's spectacular. I am so, emotion, now that. And write a sentence down and let's see what you come up with. And you have to dare to dream about this one. You have to believe that it's possible, that it can happen for you too. And there's all kinds of family and the family that you have around you now, your doTERRA family, all believe that you've made the perfect choice and you're doing the most amazing thing for yourself, and all love it and are in support of it and want the very best for you in it and are trying to help you get there. So the family that's here today that you're listening to while we're going through this are your biggest supporters. They're your champions. They're the ones that are never going to let you down. They're here behind you. And when you've got that statement, that I am so statement, I want you to draw a line underneath it, score the line across the page, and I want you to write this question down. The question is, why is that important for me? So you just wrote down, I am so happy now that my life is amazing and abundant and whatever it is for you, that deepest discontent has been healed and is now gone forever. But I want you to know for you why that's important for you. Why does it matter? Why are the tears flowing a minute ago? Why does it matter that that's healed? How come it's so critical for you to feel valid and worthy and justified in what you desire for yourself? Why is that important for me? Some of you, as you're writing this, will have written something down that you've never told anybody else. Maybe ever. Certainly not had a deep and meaningful conversation about with anybody in a while. And it doesn't have to be shared, but it can be if you wish. Some of you will feel like you're kind of close to it, you're hovering around it, but you haven't quite got there yet. And if you haven't got there yet, but you know it's not far away, I want you to draw a line under whatever you just wrote. And ask yourself, or write down this question. And the question is, and why is that important for me? And this is peeling back the layers of the onion. When we cut up onions and we take off the dry outer husk, we don't cry. But as we cut into it and we peel back layers and we get to the core of it, this is when we find out what affects us and what matters. And that's what this process does. It helps us peel back the layers of the onion to find a deep and powerful and purposeful why that will drive us and fuel us to be able to go out there and attract what we want and work for and strive for and create the life that we want and the life that we deserve. And we need a why like this, because we don't need a why that's going to help us to continue to do this when things are going well for us. We need a why that's going to help us to stay doing this when things don't work for us. When people don't turn up to our class, when no one enrolls, and when no one goes on LRP, and we go for the rank and we miss it that month, or whatever happens that are the reasons why we might lose faith in ourselves, lose faith in the company, lose faith in the product, lose faith in everything. We need a why that's going to hold us in through that, because that and your ability to persist are the two things that you need. They're your armour that you carry with you in this doTERRA journey to make sure that you're going to succeed. A powerful, purposeful, meaningful why that's close to home. Not a macro one that's going to solve the problems of the world, because when you feel like you can't breathe, you're not thinking about probably solving the problems of the world. You're wondering how you're going to be able to draw breath tomorrow and carry on. And that's the why we need. And you keep doing that, and you keep drawing a line under it, and you keep writing. And why is that important to me? Until you've peeled the layers back far enough that you got to it. And typically, my measuring stick for finding your why is when you cry, it's your why. And I've become quite expert at eliciting tears from people. But it's a powerful thing.